A warm welcome to all of our TV viewers from the spectacular Mugello circuit in Tuscany, Italy. After a gap of 2 years, the V8 cars from Italian superstars are back once again at one of the most beautiful and difficult circuits in world motorsport. Mugello, 5.245 kilometers of ups and downs. The legendary Arrabbiata, Casanova Savelli curves and the longest and fastest straight in the championship, all surrounded by the rolling hills of the beautiful Tuscany countryside. Audi against BMW. Once again, it's the two German manufacturers who are providing all the action in Superstars. Together, these two car makes have won 30 of the 33 races held so far in the 5 years of the championship. The only driver in the Bavarian manufacturer's lineup who seems to be in a position to bring an end to the domination of Gianni Morbidelli and his Audi RS4 is this man, Stefano Gabellini, and his BMW 550. The Italian from the Adriatic seaside resort of Cadilalc was on the pace when he made his Superstars debut in the opening round in Vallelunga, and he will be aiming to get the better of Morbidelli in a circuit that should prove to be favourable to the BMWs. All eyes also on the return of Jaguar to the series. Felito Motors will be entering the youngest driver lineup in the championship as they aim to get the British mark back to the top again in Superstars. The Mugello race will see the debut of Alessandro Cicognani, who was born in 1991 and who has considerable experience in Formula Azzurra and Formula 3. The other driver in the Jaguar team will be Davide Rigon, the Italian and European Formula 3000 Euro Series champion, who promises to be one of the most talented drivers to come out of Italian motorsport. The Mugello race also saw the return of another couple of drivers to the series organised by FG Sport, Moreno Petrini for Cal Racing and Maurizio Strada for Lanza Motorsport. But more important was the appearance of a sixth manufacturer after Cadillac and Chrysler, Mercedes with the C63 model that promises to be one of the protagonists of the series this year. At Mugello, the record of 7 successive poles held by Audi Sport Italia, which began at Maggioni last season, finally came to an end. After going close to pole on a number of occasions, finally the Cal Racing BMW 550 set the quickest time, leaving the Superstars lap record at the Tuscany circuit at 2 minutes 2.030 seconds. It's my second race, and we're finally beginning to understand everything. How much we were losing, how much we were gaining in the mixed section in Vallelunga. To be honest, I can say that I was a little bit disappointed at Vallelunga despite the good start. We were happy with second place, but we thought we could have done better. And now we know why, and we're going well here at Mugello. And the Superstars return for Jaguar is also positive, as Rigon lined up on the front row of the grid alongside Gabellini. And the youngster Alessandro Cicognani was also well up at the front, excited about his debut alongside some of the top names in Italian motorsport. We came here on Friday for the first time, and we didn't do many laps. But every session we did, we went better. I was fourth, then second. So I'm very happy with the result, happy for the team. We've done a great job. Couldn't have gone any better. It's a pity maybe that I could have gone for pole. I was close, but I think tomorrow will be a good race. Well, for sure, it's really exciting for me to be here in the championship. It's a really good championship. It's great to be on the track with champions like Morbidelli, Sanna and Rigon. And I have to say that I was quite surprised by the performance of the cars. Well, hello everybody. My name's Stefano Gabellini, the Cal Racing team. Let's go on board the BMW 550 for a lap of the Mugello circuit. Well, we're on the straight here, the long straight over 1 kilometer line. And this is the San Donato curve, brake for the curve, 200 kph. Fourth gear, coming out of the San Donato, straight into the S's of the Luco, and coming out the right-hand corner here. You have to come out in the right position to get the good lineup for the next corner, which is the Matarassi corner up at the top part of the circuit. This is quite difficult. It's easy to make a mistake here. We're still in fourth. As we go down towards the Casanova Savelli corners, This is a very difficult corner. And then into the Arrabbiata 1, which takes us back up to the other side of the valley of the Mugello circuit, up towards the Scarperia corner. Again, it's difficult to get your braking point correct for this corner, and you can quite easily lose control here. Coming through the Palagio curve, heading towards the Correntaio, end of that short straight, which is quite a tricky hairpin, which takes you back down to the central part of the circuit once again. Then you can start accelerating up through the Biondetti 1, Biondetti 2S chicane there, and then a short straight towards the Bucine final corner of the circuit, which takes us back down onto the long start-finish line straight. That's a lap of Mugello. So look at the starting grid. Stefano Gabellini on pole with the BMW 550. Davide Rigon, a good performance in the Jaguar S-Type alongside Gianni Morbidelli and Alessandro Battaglin make up row 2 of the grid. Giorgio Sanna, Roberto Papini, Audi BMW row 3. Christian Gadina and Leonardo Baccarelli with 2 BMWs on row 4 of the grid. 2 different BMWs there. Row 5, Francesco Ascani and Stephen Goldstein, BMW Audi. Row 6, 2 BMW M5s for Moreno Petrini, Maurizio Strada, and the final row of the grid, Alessandro Cicognani and Max Pigoli in the Mercedes. So as we line up for the start of round 2, there's the Mercedes C63 of Max Pigoli, unfortunately the last car on the grid. 14 cars for this second round of the championship. Audi, BMW and Jaguar well to the forefront. Front row of the grid was BMW and Jaguar. What a surprise there. And it was the first Super Pole win for Stefano Gabellini and his Cal Racing BMW 550. The Italian would try and pull away at the start and hold off Rigon in the new Jaguar and the reigning champion Gianni Morbidelli in the Audi. So as the safety car, the pace car comes off and it will peel away on the long Mugello straight. And here we go in the final corner, the Bucine. They're all ready to put the hammers down, and it's the BMW and the Jaguar on the front row of the grid. Gianni Morbidelli right behind him, and on row 2 and away goes the pace car. So off they go for the start of the second round of the Italian Superstars Championship. And already a bit of movement there as they go across the finishing line as the lights turn. And it's the Jaguar of Davide Rigon who takes the lead as they head down into the first corner, the first right-hander here at Mugello, the fastest part of the circuit. But of course they're on the first lap of the race, so it's going to be difficult for them to reach top speed. It's Rigon who leads into the corner, and he's followed by Gabellini. Already the silver Audis of Gianni Morbidelli and Giorgio Sanna in the middle of the bagarre there. A little bit of a wobble for Baccarelli, who gets punted into the gravel trap there by another car. So as they come round on the top part of the circuit, it's still the Jaguar of Rigon. What a surprise here to see the 2006 championship winning car. There's Baccarelli. Looks as if he's going to have to retire there. As I said, the championship winning car for Jaguar. Max Pigoli was the champion that year. Back in Superstars and back at the front. So Davide Rigon, a youngster, talented young Italian rider, Formula 3000 experience, Euro Series, some Formula 1 testing, and one of the promising young drivers of the future for Italian motorsport. We're on board there with Giorgio Sanna, and that looks like a replay. In fact, it is. It's a replay of the incident involving Baccarelli nudged off the side of the circuit there into the gravel track. We're on board now with the Speed Star Mercedes C63 making up the field of Max Pigoli, the 2006 champion when he drove for Jaguar, but he's now back with this new experience with the German manufacturer Mercedes as the track marshals attempt to clean up the mess made in Baccarelli's shunt there. And in fact, it looks as if the safety car is going to have to come out and bring the drivers back together, bunch them all back up again, with Giorgio Sanna, who seems to be indicating something inside the car, and it looks as if he touched another driver there, another BMW, so maybe something will happen during this regime of safety car, as Papini, looks as if it's Papini who comes into the pits there. I'm just having a look and see what happened there, and in fact Sanna, that's during the safety car, during the yellow flag, Sanna touched Papini there, so maybe some sort of penalty will be given to the Audi RS4 driver. For the remainder of the race, and Battaglin already in third place behind Rigon in the Jaguar, and Gabellini also there, as again they head across the start finishing line, this beautiful Mugello circuit. Already the action is spread throughout the field, but we're not seeing any more of the Audi domination by Gianni Morbidelli that we saw in the first round at Vallelunga. Morbidelli made it 7 wins in a row there, as Goldstein spins off there, puts a couple of wheels on the grass and off into the gravel, and it looks as if he put a couple of wheels on the filler as well, as they go through the Biondetti corners. Back on board with Gabellini as he tries to chase down Davide Rigon, the Jaguar S-Type. As Rigon making his debut this year in the series. A good start for the Jaguar, prepared by Ferlito Motors. And Gabellini, who was second in the opening round at Vallelunga, getting closer and closer all the time to Rigon, so maybe he's going to be taking him soon. And there we go, as Goldstein goes off into the gravel trap here at Mugello. Back on board with Sanna, and Sanna lines up to overtake a BMW. He tries to go around on the outside, and it looks as if he made it stick, and that's Sanna moves up a place behind Rigon and Gabellini. So a good performance by Sanna in the second of the Audi RS4s. Winner Gianni Morbidelli, penalised according to the regulations, of course, by 80 kilos after his first race win. So the Audi's struggling a little bit on this ultra-fast Mugello circuit, not able to make the best use of their four-wheel drive. And we'll see what sort of performance Morbidelli can put in as he goes for his 8th successive win, but it's certainly going to be very difficult here at the Mugello circuit. So Gabellini already alongside on the inside of Rigon, and he looks as if he's lost it, as he first went on the inside and then on the outside of the corner, and Rigon manages to get past once again. So the Jaguar back in the lead, but under considerable pressure from Gabellini, and Sanna right behind us. The top three very, very close together indeed. Morbidelli also coming in into 4th place, so 2 Audis now making the most of their four-wheel drive advantage here in the twisty part of the circuit. Rigon now under pressure from Gabellini, from Giorgio Sanna as well, and Morbidelli in 4th place as the Ironman sponsored Audis try to force their way to the front of the field in this second round of the championship. Midway through the race here at Mugello, there's Sanna, number 44, looking good in the Audi, right behind Gabellini, who is keeping Davide Rigon under pressure. So we have 3 different manufacturers in the top 3 places. The 2 mainstays of Superstars Racing, that's BMW and Audi, plus the newcomer for this year, Jaguar, the Jaguar S-Type, prepared by Ferlito Motors. And the 2 Audis are very, very close now behind Gabellini, so any one of these, certainly the top 3, but also the top 4, could win this second round of the championship. Jaguar still holding off Gabellini, and Rigon really under pressure now. And Gabellini makes an attempt to go through on the inside again in the Bucine corner, the final corner, as they go complete another lap. And in fact Gabellini's made it stick this time, so Stefano Gabellini takes the lead from Davide Rigon in the Jaguar, who also loses 2nd place. just for a moment there to Giorgio Sanna, but the superior speed of the Jaguar on the long Mugello straight manages to confirm the second place for Rigon, but it won't be long now, because the Audi of Sanna is looking threatening now in third place, and in fact he goes through on the inside of the corner. So Giorgio Sanna, the number 44 Audi RS4, now in second place with the Jaguar of Rigon. And Sanna puts a couple of wheels, all four wheels on the grass in fact, but he still manages to hold on to second place. Rigon right behind in third, on board with Gianni Morbidelli. Struggled a little bit in qualifying with the weight of the Audi RS4, 1,600 kilos. Now the car has arrived at, so that's with an 80 kilo weight penalty for his win in the first race. But Morbidelli keeping Rigon under pressure. The British Racing Green Jaguar, prepared by Ferlito Motors, come into the series this season after missing the opening round at Vallelunga. And Morbidelli, a little bit of smoke there coming from the front two cars. We put a couple of wheels on the side of the circuit, and Morbidelli looking for a way past, tries to go around the outside of Rigon. It looks as if he's got it this time, and in fact Morbidelli switches sides, goes over to the inside. Incredible pressure here as they touch slightly, the Jaguar of Rigon and the Audi RS4 of Gianni Morbidelli can't find his way past. So although Rigon has slipped down from first to third place, he's still competitive enough as Giorgio Sanna goes past Gabellini. And there's some pretty good racing here at Mugello between these three different manufacturers, between these three different drivers. Gabellini in the Cal racing BMW 550, Giorgio Sanna, experienced driver as well in the Audi RS4, prepared by Audi Sport Italia. Along the long straight, it looks as if Gabellini's got the legs over the Jaguar, over the Audi, but Giorgio Sanna manages to slide his way on the inside, not leaving any room for Gabellini, who has to take second best there. The damage, you can see the damage on Sanna's car on the front of his RS4 that came in the contact with Papini, and unfortunately the Mercedes C63 of Max Pigoli parked on the side of the track at Mugello. Difficult debut for the German manufacturer's car, the Speedstar team, but they were finishing the car off in the paddock before the start of the race. So, you know, a bit of a shakedown test for the Mercedes here at Mugello. And the news about the other two manufacturers, that's Chrysler and Cadillac. Well, Chrysler were due to do the second race here, but electronics problems forced the Zaxpeed prepared car to miss this race, and gearbox problems for the Cadillac, so they're not present here either, as Gianni Morbidelli goes through past Davide Rigon on the inside into third place. There's Francesco Ascani, and in fact he's lost his engine bonnet, so Ascani has to do the fight, and there we have the replay as it flies up into the air. Could have been a bit of a problem there for the following drivers. On board, back on board with Gabellini as he goes for the win. He makes a move on Giorgio Sanna and takes Sanna along the straight using the superior power of the 550 BMW to go back into the lead. So Gabellini heading for the victory here as the two Audi RS4s bunch up again. That's Gianni Morbidelli now in second place as Giorgio Sanna seems to be slipping back a little bit. So Morbidelli now takes up the baton and goes for the win, goes for the attack on Gabellini. So the first two in the opening round of Vallelunga now first and second in inverted roles, as it were, as Gabellini leads from Morbidelli and the damaged RS4 four-wheel drive of Giorgio Sanna. So Sanna looked to be really competitive here at Mugello, but down in third place now as Gianni Morbidelli takes up the attack on Gabellini. And it looks as if Morbidelli is gaining all the time on the driver from Cattolica. Stefano Gabellini also making his debut here in the Superstars Championship this year, but a man of considerable experience. Not as much, of course, as Gianni Morbidelli, the former Formula One driver, Formula Ferrari driver. Morbidelli has been there, seen everything, done everything, and now he is happily ensconced in Superstars, as well as taking part in various other championships around the world on his off weekends. So Morbidelli making up time now on Gabellini. Could be anyone for the victory now in this second round. The Audi Sport Italia RS4 four-wheel drive weighs a lot more than the BMW of Gabellini, and Morbidelli proving that he can get close to the BMW in the twisty part of the circuit, but it looks as if Gabellini is going for the win as they head across the line, and in fact it's Gabellini who's managed to hold on to the win from Gianni Morbidelli, and Giorgio Sanna takes the line in third place. Davide Rigon in fourth, and the win goes to Gabellini in the Car Racing BMW. So the podium for round two of the Italian Superstars Championship shows Stefano Gabellini taking the win, Gianni Morbidelli in second place. Giorgio Sanna received a penalty of 25 seconds for his involvement in that incident under safety car and was relegated to fifth place. Davide Rigon inherits third place for the Jaguar team, and Christian Gadina fourth for Millennium Team BMW. Well, I have to say that I'm really happy for myself and for the team, because they worked well. The car was going really well today. I'd say after qualifying I thought things were going to be a little bit more easy, but it was difficult right to the end because there was a lot of oil on the track and I couldn't push hard like the Audis, which had the four-wheel drive. But in any case, I had to wait until the oil dried a little bit to find the right lines. And Gabellini now leads the table with 40 points. Gianni Morbidelli second on 39, 1 point behind. Christian Gadina third on 22 points. Davide Rigon, good result for him. 14 points in fourth place for the Jaguar team. International Superstars Series, which doesn't see the same competitors. Gabellini 46, Gadina 29, Rigon 17, and Papini 16, together with Ascani for Habitat Racing, also on 16 points. Just remains for me to announce the next round, 17th, 18th of May at the Monza circuit, together with the FIA GT Championship. This has been Julian Thomas. Goodbye for now, and see you then.